sitting down for the first time today.
Wow. All right. It looks like we are live. Hello, everyone. Let us know if we are live in the chat. Not sure if there's anyone here yet, but yes, we are live. I can see us. Great. All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kasie Oswald, and I am here with Micaelah. Hey, Micaelah.
Hi, glad to be here. Thank you.
So, how are your classes today?
They went really well. I think it was half and half. I think I had 6 classes tonight. They were all trials, and I almost had a full night. One of them we got in, and she had IT issues. So I almost had the best percentage I've had yet of no-shows. They went really well, and I'm starting to see more conversions. That's mostly what I have right now are trials.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday from my trials, I got 2 conversions out of 3.
Nice.
So I was really excited about that.
Yeah, you should be. That's great. So my first month was August, and September was my highest conversions.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Let us know in the chat, how did your classes go? If you're a teacher, or just say hi and let us know you're here. So just so you know, Micaelah, if I'm looking down, it's because I have your questions in front of me. And if I'm looking over here, it's because of the live chat. So if you have questions for Micaelah or for me, please put them in all caps so I can find them. Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I live in Las Vegas, first of all. My parents live in Arkansas. I grew up in Oklahoma, so if you hear an accent, that's what it is. I started with VIPKid pretty much when COVID happened. So around March, and that's when I got hired. Before that, I was a substitute teacher. I was coming up on a year of substitute teaching, and then schools closed. So I was looking for something to do for income, and this came along, and your name was sent to me, and so we started.
Thank you, Heather.
And it's been really, really fun. So I have a degree in theater. That's my passion is theater. I am working to be an actress. This is kind of on the road, but along the road, I've always been drawn to children. Like something has always put me in the path of children, whether it was at church or one of my favorite memories is we were on vacation at a water park and a little boy came up to me and asked for me to fix his goggles. Like he just knew me. I've just always had a connection with them. So I've always had a connection with children, and something keeps bringing me back to the path of doing something with them. I don't know if it's because I look like I'm not 24. So yeah, I'm just doing wherever life takes me right now, and right now I'm here and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
So
well, you have a very big fun personality, big smile. I think that draws kids to you immediately. So hey, James. James is from Vietnam, so James gets to stop by every now and then, depending on the hours that we have our lives. Thanks for coming. He said he's been certified in trials for a month, but has not gotten any. Oh, bummer. I love trials.
I mean, it's weird, James. I don't know how I started booking trials because I follow a lot of Facebook groups. And a lot of them talk about how, or like the workshops, you hear a lot of teachers talking about how they never had a trial and they've been with VIPKid for 3 years and only had 1 trial. That is all I've had, except for maybe 3 classes are trials. I have no idea. I got certified for the trial 5.0, and an hour later, I got my first booking, and it was for
5.0?
Yes.
How is it? Because I haven't booked any yet, but I'm certified too.
Okay, is that, and I get them confused. That's the new one is it with the colors? I just take whatever comes my way.
Right.
I don't know. I think there's one of them that I'm still iffy on, and it's kind of the one that has a storyline. And you click Dino, and it's a lot of Dino talking. I think that's trial 3.0.
That might be 5 because I don't know that one.
It
So
may
the
be
3.0 is like the jungle, and I love. Have you taught the jungle?
yes.
That's my
Favorite.
favorite.
It's my favorite. I have this. So this is what I have for the jungle,
Cute.
and I just put them on popsicle sticks.
Oh, I don't want to hear it.
I won't do it. I won't do it. But I was like, I need something to stand them up in. So this is just
Hmm.
a carton that one day I might
I'll show you mine.
spray paint.
This is my jungle stuff. Alligator, bear. But you know, I have my monkey ready when I have a smile.
I found this at Target.
Oh, cute.
So it's an alligator, and then you can like flip its little booty around, and it's a bear. So it's
Got a bear in your booty.
it just switches back and forth. But yeah, I don't know how I'm getting trials, but I'm happy to have them because once you figure them out, you don't really have to prepare. You can kind of just make a box.
That's why I just have a bunch of envelopes right here on the side. And I was telling you, can you see it?
Yes.
I was telling you that, you know, for the read book, I just have all of the popular ones right here and the not so popular ones back here.
Yeah.
I have read books I can grab. What's that?
I have not turned the rebooking function on yet.
Yeah.
But I wasn't doing that because I was still trying to learn them.
Mhm.
At this point, I've done almost all of them except for the level 4, like the ones where they start traveling and it's
the travel
students.
Yeah.
And I think that's just because maybe I'm not certified in that level yet.
Right. And those are the ones I was talking about not being as popular. So they stay in my drawer right here, but I know exactly where they are and can grab them.
So I may start turning that off because one of the things with trials is it's been half and half. Like I've been watching it. Half the time they'll show up and half the time it's a no-show.
Yeah.
So, but
And
yeah.
for those that don't know, a trial no-show is actually half pay, unless it's short notice, and then you get a little bit more. But a regular course, we get full pay if the kids don't show up. So.
And you stay for a trial, you stay up until 15 minutes, and then you can leave. So that's why it's half pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, things I've learned along the way.
In
the last week.
And I always forget because if it finishes in my app, sometimes at 6 minutes, it'll say finished.
Yeah.
And I'm like, student no-show, marked finished in the app. So.
Yeah.
And hey, Laura, thanks for coming. James said he has trial 3.0 and 5.0. Well, good luck, James. I hope you get some of them. I love trials. That was my bread and butter when I first started was trials all day.
I'll get some regulars.
Mm-hmm. And when I was new, I ended up booking 26 classes in 13 and a half hours, all back to backs. And I was like, oh, they booked. Wow. So after that, there was no worries about rebooking or anything because I was like on the fly. So, okay, so let's see. You already told us what you did before VIPKid. What was your why for starting with VIPKid?
Well, COVID-19, but also I started substitute teaching out in Arkansas, and the student, I'll call them clientele, that's not, but the student base, like the type of student that's in Arkansas is vastly different from that of Las Vegas. I grew up in a very, very small town. So where I was teaching in Arkansas is a lot like that. So it's just smaller classes, grew up small town, and then I come to Las Vegas where this is a big city. Like there are the amount of schools in the area I live in that were, this population of the town I grew up in. So it's a very different student base. And there was a couple of schools that I found that I really, really loved. And there was a couple of schools that I struggled in just because there's different personalities for each school. Yeah. And the students, they're so different. But what was hardest was the travel. I could travel anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes every single morning. So I was just, I've always been one to kind of make it work and make the best out of his situation. But I was miserable. Like truly, I was making it work and trying to make myself enjoy it. And I love the students. I love the opportunity to make a difference. That's why I was doing it. And there's certain students that I just like, I still think about and I absolutely love with all my heart.
Yeah.
But I was just tired. I was so tired all the time and I wasn't myself. And so it was kind of like a big deal when I got the email that we wouldn't be teaching anymore. But in a way, it was kind of a blessing in disguise because it brought this, and now I'm happier. Like I get to be home, which is where I like to be. I'm a home person. It was at first, like many people, you know, it was like, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna pay for stuff? And then this was just brought to me 3 days later, and I think it's just what I was looking for. I think it's what I've been asking for and the sign that I needed. So, I mean, that's kind of deep, but that's where I was in life.
Yeah. Great. Well, I'm so glad you're a part of it. Oh, I hear myself echoing. Am I super loud or is it okay? I have a very natural loud voice anyway, and I think most that come to my channel know it already. So
your space is very acoustic. I like it.
I'm in like the little corner in my office.
Oh, yeah, I'm in the corner of, I just made this corner where we actually had a perfect little corner that needed to be used.
That's this. And we had just moved here when I started VIPKid. So I had no idea, like I still have stuff in boxes everywhere here that I haven't unpacked. And it's been, you know, almost a year.
It'll never happen.
Well, with being military, we've moved so much, and I'm just like, not as much as most people. We've been very fortunate. So, okay, I have a bunch of questions for the hiring process because a lot of people have either talked about it or sent me questions about the hiring process, which you already know because I sent you them. Yes. So how was the basic info and the smart demo stage? I know that was like 30 days ago for you.
Yeah, let me remember. Okay, the basic info.
That was easy. That was just your experience and things like that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so basic info for experience, and I think they tell you this, put every single amount of experience that you have. But you have to have at least, what is it, 2 years?
2 years now.
So if you helped, if you babysat, if you did swimming lessons, if you like anything you can think of, put that on your experience, because they count it, and it does count because it's experience with children and interacting with them. The demo class, I think there are a couple of options but the option that it directly took me to, and I did it on my phone, I did all of the beginning process on my phone, and it took me to the 2-minute demo lesson where it gave me the slides. There were 2 options, part A and part B, and you could have plenty of time to prepare for both. And then I think it gives you, if you use Kasie as a referral, she will give you what you need to have everything you need. You don't need to go buy anything for the demo. Don't go buy anything. So I just recorded it on my phone. I sent it in, and it was just 2 minutes. And then after, it wasn't long, I think it was like within 24 to 42 hours, that I was told that I passed that. And then I got to set up for my mock class.
And she told me that she just kept pressing, like refresh or something, because there was no open slot. So she just kept refreshing.
Yes. On the portal, once you're able to get into your computer and open up the portal, I was like, there's no slots. There's no mock classes. What's going on? I have to do this by the way, you have to do your mock class by the 3rd day, I think, because there's so many teachers right now.
But my friend is a mock mentor, and they understand that there are not enough slots right now. And what she said is you just send them a simple email saying that you're waiting for a slot to open. You should be okay. Or just sit there and refresh.
I just sat there and kept refreshing. And then once you see a slot come up, take it.
That's when I knew you were a go-getter and we were going to be just fine. So yeah, you had to answer the 5 questions, right?
Yes.
I think we went over those. So there's 5 questions, and then the little demo thing.
Yes.
And okay, so did you take the mock class prep, which is an hour and a half prep?
Was that a workshop?
I think you did, yeah.
No.
Before you took your mock?
There was a lot of videos I could watch and a lot of material to read through. And I guarantee you, I read every single one of them because I'm that type of person. I watched every single video. I have like a spiral notebook of notes of like taking notes of what to prepare for and like how to be and like what to look for. And so I just watched those. I watched a lot of YouTube videos because there's a lot of great teachers online. Like Teacher Hillary is a really good one to watch. She has a lot of good videos and like examples of how to do it.
Yeah.
So I just kind of watched that. I know there's a workshop or something you can take beforehand that kind of helps for, but
yeah, they went over all the slides and all the information there.
Yeah. I didn't take advantage of that, I guess.
No.
No, I just kind of did it. I just kind of dove in and was like, let's see what happens.
Yeah. Hello, Jessica. And James said, I started to apply January 30th, so I got a mock class fairly quickly. That was good. I think in my notes from Micaelah, I think she started everything August 1st is when she said she used my link. So it took like exactly a month because I think you signed your contract like May 1st.
Yeah.
Just going back to
what day did I use your link? What day was it?
I think April 1st.
Oh, April 1st. Okay. Yeah. For some reason, I think it came across as August in my head. April 1st. Yeah. I think it was exactly April 1st.
James said, I took the workshop. I was told that I had to take it. It's not mandatory to get started. I recommend it to everybody. I'm friends with, one of the mock mentors, not beforehand, but they have a way of explaining things and they have rubric. They know exactly what the mock mentors are looking for. So if you take the mock class, essentially you're setting yourself up for success that way, I think.
I'm a little bit backwards, and to be honest, that's why I didn't take it. I was afraid I'd have to interact with someone I didn't know.
Oh, and they had us do that, and I was so nervous. I'm more nervous to teach in front of teachers and parents. Just give me the kids all day long.
Yeah, I was like, the mock class is enough interaction with strangers. But yeah, no, I think it is supposed to be super helpful. And if you have any kind of hesitation of what to do, then definitely use all the resources you can. That is something I've done since I've become a teacher is the workshops. Anytime there's a workshop and I'm available for it, I watch them because I learn something new every time. So,
I still take them.
Yeah.
Every chance I get, I take them. And, maybe that's why my bookings have stayed consistent. People talk about that. Like if you're having trouble getting bookings to take a workshop, I don't know that it really works, but knock on wood. I don't have any wood. Knock on wood. He said he failed his first mock. Yeah. I've had friends that have failed their first mock, but think about if you fail your first mock, I just think about it's more of an unpaid practice and you are learning so much from different teachers, experienced teachers, that failing a mock isn't so bad. At least I don't think so.
We don't really see it as a failure. I would see it as just like constructive stuff to take back and be like, oh, okay, I see that now, and do it in because they're truly you're not necessarily failing it. They're just trying to make sure you're prepared for when it's time to teach. So it's just them helping you be prepared.
Yeah, extra practice for you.
For sure.
Oh, good morning, Danny. Thanks for coming. She said she took 2 mocks. James said it was the background check back then that took a while. I'm a year in and still take them to see if there is any new information. Yeah, Jessica. Oh, Jessica, we're about the same. I'm 10 months in, I think. So cool. Sorry. I think that was your longest part too, was the background check.
Yes. I was starting to think it wasn't going to happen. I was like, honestly, I was afraid that there were just so many teachers coming in that maybe they capped it off or something. And that I was just kind of like, I don't know. I think I called it, I don't remember what I was calling it, but it's like I was just stuck.
Yeah.
And then it happened. Honestly, here's what I did. And I don't know if it worked or not. but I kept calling the one phone number VIPKid called me at one point and said, we do have your information due to so many teachers and not very many employees being here to help. It may take a while. So I just kept calling that phone number. And then it gave me
Don't tell them I sent you.
it gave me an email because it was an automated system. So I was like, well, someone's got to show up.
Right?
So just so everyone knows, I'm not a patient person.
I have patience for kids, but I don't have patience for like sitting down and crafting.
Exactly.
I can't make myself sit.
When it comes to waiting, like when I have to wait, the 3 minutes before a class is the longest 3 minutes of my life.
I know you just want to get started and go.
But I called that phone number and I sent an email asking about it, and then it was shortly after, and it may have just been a time thing, but it was shortly after and they approved it. So maybe they just got tired of me calling. I don't know.
How did she find me? Do you want to answer that? They're asking if it was from YouTube, not from YouTube.
No, it wasn't from YouTube. So my boyfriend's mom, hi Heather, I think she's watching.
Hi, Heather.
She contacted me and said, hey, I have a teacher friend that I used to teach with when Will was young. And I know her daughter and I taught her daughter. And she said, here's her information. She said, get a hold of her. So I messaged you through Heather, and that's how I found out about VIPKid, and that's how I started the process. So I just connections, networking.
It's been great too. I feel like I've known her forever. Like we just message back and forth, and I don't know, maybe I'll pull out her blooper reel because
you should.
That was so much fun. I'll try to bring it up here. So yeah, Heather was my daughter's second grade teacher, and I remember in her room like this calendar system that she used because I was not a teacher yet. I was a substitute becoming a teacher. So I have like, she gave me a disc. I wonder if she still remembers this, but she gave me a disc with all of her like files and stuff for when I became a teacher someday. Yeah.
This is all her stuff. All of these flowers are hers. These puppets, you may even recognize them, or your daughter might recognize them. These are hers. She sent them all over to me. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have half the stuff I need.
Yeah. I stole some of her ideas with taking pictures throughout the year of the students, and
she's an art teacher, so she's just creative. She just has one of those creative minds.
And I'm not creative, so I need creative friends around me. Okay, so what do you think was the toughest part of the hiring process? Waiting.
I was gonna say waiting, but I don't know if that was an adequate answer. Honestly, waiting. For me, I overthink and I over prepare everything.
Yeah.
So I think that was the hardest part, is because once I got done with my mentor class, I was just like constantly overthinking everything. I was like, I should have done this. Like the mentor said this. What she said it in this type of voice. What does that mean?
I think you even messaged me like, I don't think I passed.
Yeah, I was like, so I don't think it's this time. But so I think just like wanting to get started was the hardest part. It's a pretty simple process. It's pretty painless. They walk you through everything. If you watch the materials, you're ready to go. So
good. Jessica said, I'm not creative, but my mom and little sister is. Yeah. See, we just need to surround ourselves with people that are.
Exactly.
My sister like scrapbooks and does all this great stuff. And one day I was going to do it with her. I got all my stuff ready. I put it on the table. I sat down with her and I'm like, I'm not into this after like preparing everything. So.
I've tried to where you take stuff and you take bits of paper and it's like paper mache and you make it. Like I have an M over there. I couldn't do it.
You couldn't finish.
I know. Like I feel like I'm creative in some ways, but whenever it comes to artistic stuff, I'm not.
I'm still paying attention, guys. I'm looking for her blooper reel because she said I could put it on here and it's so much fun. So okay. What advice would you give for those getting started?
So just the biggest advice I could give is really give yourself the knowledge that you need. So watch the videos, watch the information. Yes, it takes a little bit of time,
Yeah.
but here's the thing. It's not just a matter of getting hired. This whole process is preparing you for the class. So if you skip all that and just kind of try to wing it, and and I imagine most people probably read them, but it really is helpful to read that material and just make sure you're prepared. I did not have any of this when I started at all. I think the only thing I had, William is taking scenic design, and he had black foam board that I
Trying to look.
hacked into the wall. So yeah, just invest not like knowledge, like take what's given to you and really take advantage of it.
Yeah. Good.
Get a referral coach to answer your questions.
Hopefully I've been a pretty good coach. I don't know. I try at least. So if you use my code, even if you didn't use my code, if there's anything I can help you with, just come find me. Kasie.oswald@gmail. I have resources I try to give. I don't know. I don't know what else I could have done, but make sure you tell me later or now, like other things I could have done to prepare you, because then I can help the next person.
I felt super prepared. Any question I had, you were there to answer it, and super fast responder. Like I'm bad at responding quickly, but anytime I had a question, it was just like, Kasie, do you sleep?
Yeah, right. Well, that's our time change too. And no, I kind of don't. I was a military instructor, teacher, and I never liked winging it. Yeah, I can wing it. I like to be prepared, like for these interviews, but yeah, I'm not a big preparer.
And I think that's what I've been struggling with the most, is because once I'm in the classroom, it's like I'm fine, and I probably could have just gone in and done it. But if it's a major course, especially now, I'm like, is it major course or major class?
Of course.
Course.
Yeah.
I have to have like an hour and a half because I write everything down. I'll show you. Like I write slide 7, and then
I used to too.
slide 8, and the props. And honestly, I think that's just a matter of kind of learning how the slides are, because that's what I've seen a lot of people talk about, is once you figure it out, there's a system and there's a pattern.
Yeah.
So I'm not one that likes to wing it either. I'm not proud of it, but I'm pretty OCD.
Yeah.
So I don't realize it
too. I
don't realize it, but my family will tell you I have quirks.
Yeah.
But I do know that I have to right now give myself the time to prepare, and that just means not opening up every booking and knowing when to turn off the short notice so I have time.
I definitely still go through every slide and look at them before the class, because grammar is hard for me. So I have to look up especially all the grammar stuff and make sure I know what I'm teaching beforehand. So I still have to do a lot of research and checking it.
Long E and short I have to look it up every time.
Oh, really? Mine is gerunds. I didn't even know how to pronounce gerunds. I didn't even know that was a thing, but we use it all the time. It's adding the ing.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I've been out of school for a while. I taught kindergarten. We didn't talk about gerunds.
We learned colors.
James said, I started the process without a mentor. Once I learned about it, it was too late to get one. Yeah.
Here's one.
Good to hear from those just through the process. Yeah. If you guys have questions for her, put them in the chat. I've got a couple more questions, and then I'm going to show you her blooper reel, so stay with us. Because she's fun and she doesn't mind. I think. How was your profile picture, the lifestyle, and the intro? I liked what you told me about the intro, so I wanted other teachers to hear that, if you remember.
Yes. Okay, so if you are a teacher now and you're having trouble getting bookings, I can't promise anything, but I took the marketing workshop when I was just like, I had no bookings. I was trying to fill in time. I was like, well, I'm going to take all the workshops I can while I have the time. I took one marketing workshop, and he is awesome. He lets you send in your intro video and your profile picture, and he reviews as many as he can within that hour.
Wow.
He didn't get to review mine, but just from watching his feedback from the other teachers,
Mhm.
he is honest. Like he's like, I might kind of make some jokes, but he's like, I'm going to be honest with you because
Yeah.
that's what I'm here for. And so if you send it in, just be ready for him to help you. That's what he's
Right.
there for.
Who's the
But
who's the instructor? Is that Justin or JoJo? No,
Steven,
Steven. I'll
Coach,
have to look it up. I don't know.
that's who I took it with. There may be someone else, but I think Coach Steven does it every time.
Oh,
And one of the biggest things that I didn't change my intro video. The one thing that he would probably comment on is my sound quality because at the time I didn't have a headset.
okay, yeah.
Because for the longest time they were sold out. But I
Mhm.
didn't have a headset because I didn't want to like spend more money than I needed to at the beginning. And sending in the intro video was kind of at the very beginning before like as stuff was getting sent in.
Right.
So my sound quality isn't the best, but I did have good lighting. I did have a little bit of a background
Mhm.
going on for me at that point.
It was
So
super fun. I loved it.
but my profile picture I changed. I changed it from a selfie. One thing he mentioned is don't do selfies because he said selfies are selfish is what he said. So
Hmm.
like it was kind of a darker selfie. And if I can find it, I'll show you. But I had one background or I had one profile picture and I ended up changing it to something more fun that would catch the students' interest. Because a good point that he made is he gave an example and he said, if you looked at this picture and you looked at this picture, as a parent, which one would you book? And the
Mm.
one that he posted a picture of was a teacher like this, and it's like she's fun. And
Yeah.
one of the biggest things he said that I took away from that workshop is he asked, who are you marketing to? And naturally, you want to say the student, but when you're thinking about your profile, your bio, and when you're thinking about your profile picture, the parents are who book you.
Yeah.
So at first, I was catering to the parents, but then he said, it's the student. Everything you put on there should be marketing the student. And so something that's fun, I ended up changing it to Cheesehead, Go Pack Go.
Yep.
But I just changed it to a really fun. I took several different photos,
Uh-huh.
them that didn't make it, and I made it bright and I made it fun, something that the kids, and I changed my bio.
Yeah.
So at first I had a bio that was about my degree and this is what I have planned for your student. It was very well laid out bio, but it wasn't kid friendly.
Oh, that's mine.
And
Mine
so
is all about my degree and everything.
yeah. So what I did is I think I kept a little bit of my degree at the top, like I have a degree in theater. But then what I did is I just did emojis. Like my favorite color is purple and blue. My favorite animal is an elephant, and I have one more. If I can find it here, I'll show you. But
What
I
was the original one? I have the one of you with an alligator, you sitting up against the wall, and you and Will, or you and Mr. Quackers.
maybe it's the one. Okay, that's from my video. I just took a screenshot. Um, that's when I was a counselor at YMCA.
Did you
Um,
use any of those? No?
no, so let me just take a moment here. This was my original profile picture.
Oh, okay. I don't think I got that one then.
Yeah, that was my original profile picture, and I changed it to the one that I have now. And then my bio, I just put emojis and I just spaced it out, made it way more simpler sentences. And that is when I started getting bookings, is whenever I changed my profile picture and changed my bio. Like just those two simple changes. It's not a surefire fix for everyone, but it works for me. So
I had your blooper reel. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's check the chat first. What are her favorite props? So 30 days into VIPKid. Do you have a favorite prop so far?
I want a unicorn puppet.
A unicorn puppet.
But I don't have one yet. So what I use a lot and what
Are you gonna have the scary faced one or no?
A what?
A scary face? Did you?
No,
William Hayes has a scary one.
It's super cute. The Are you talking about the unicorn?
Yeah, there's a unicorn. He looks like a unicorn, and then you squeeze him. He's like, ah.
Yeah, that's extremely terrifying. No, there's one on Amazon that's so cute, and I don't even know if it does anything but bobble its head. But I'll start. I have a lot of trial classes right now, so depending on the age, if they are 5 and below, what I'll do is I start class like this, and
Oh yeah.
I'm standing, so all you see is my puppet. So this is how I start class, is with a puppet. For the boys, I do my dinosaur puppet. One of my newest favorite ones is my butterfly. My mom got me this one. And it's actually like there's one lesson where it talks about how many legs does the insect have. I actually did it the other day, and we can count the legs together.
Today.
One of my favorite props for the trial class that gets students every time, we teach big, small, big, small, and I'll pull out Big Pooh Bear.
Oh, I love Pooh.
And then I have Small Pooh Bear, if I can find him.
I have a Pooh tattoo.
So Big Pooh and Small Pooh, and they love it every time. And then for the red, yellow, and blue trial, none of this is mine. This all belongs to William.
It's all working.
He'll hate that I said that. But that's a favorite prop. I have an apple, like an actual apple. The majority times that I use, and I'm hoping Heather is sending me some plastic fruit. Right now I'm using real apples.
I still use my real apple.
Yeah.
But the rest I have is all plastic fruit too. I've got a whole bowl of everything over here. If you teach the salad lesson,
I taught that one today.
The salad trial, I have a bowl with all of the stuff in it that I ordered from Amazon with all the trial, and that made that lesson more fun for me.
That's one of my favorite ones. What I'll do is, and I actually got this tip from one of the workshops, I'll grab the bowl and I'll be like, we're making a salad today. Can you help me? I'm like, okay, so a salad needs carrots and onions and tomatoes, and then I'll throw in like cupcakes and dinosaurs and ducks, and it gets them every time. They love it. And tigers. So I'm like, is that how you make a salad? No. So I have a lot of fun reward systems that I like to do. But really, the main props that I use, I have some printout props. I'm still working on gathering props. So what I did is use the resource on VIPKid, and I printed it out, and I have a lot of them on popsicle sticks.
Yeah.
So, and then
at the certification center or in the library, you can find a bunch of different props and everything. Yeah. Hey, Cindy Plummer, thanks for coming. Okay, I'm going to show you guys her blooper reel. If I can get it to, I should have just brought it up on my computer. Oh, now that I turned it this way, it's not on here.
My intro video blooper reel.
Yeah, intro video. Okay, while I'm setting up this, why don't you, because it just went to the top of your page, why don't you tell them about your classes, how they've been going?
They've been doing really, really well. I think I've had 3 major course classes, and I have been able to get parent feedback from all of them, and I've gotten 5 apples. And they have all rebooked me, so I'm really excited about those. The trial classes, I'm starting since I took the trial toolbox. I've learned some new things that I've been trying, mainly working on building rapport. And I'm starting to see more conversions. So that's mainly what I've had are trials, but it's 50-50 for whether they show up or not. But when they do, it's really adjusting to their level, knowing what they like. Sometimes I'll ask, like, some boys don't like dinosaurs. They'll be like, do you like a dinosaur or a cupcake? So it's really just about building that relationship. But they've all been going really, really well. I'm loving it.
Good. Hello, Meredith. Thanks for coming. Okay, you're just in time to see her super cute blooper reel. Hopefully I can hold it up. Let me know if you guys can hear it and see it. So let me know if it's too loud too. It's all the way up.
Hi, Quackers. Hello. Oh, we'd like to play Catch with the
Is that too loud?
Sorry,
The closest challenge I'm actually touching the ball.
What's that?
Oh, it's still going. The
Oh, yeah,
challenge
it is.
touching the ball. Yeah.
This is funny.
It's a little bit blurry.
I don't know why it stopped, but I just love that, like, it would go and you'd keep going. And like, yeah, she's definitely a performer because I'm just like, oh, crap, what'd I do?
I completely miss it. And I just feel like a weird cheerleader move, which I've never been a cheerleader.
We might have to come up with a video so I can put that in one because I love the whole thing. It's so much fun.
Oh, yes.
So we have so much to talk about, but I am just so glad you could be here today. It was so much fun.
I know. Thank you.
Are you ready for bed now? Because you've been up all night, haven't you?
Let's see. Yeah, I've been up since 11 p.m. my time, and it is now 7 a.m. my time. But no, the energy is there now. I'm a weird night owl. I'm tired.
You're awake. Well, I'm gonna shout out Teacher Tim, online teacher dude, is doing a Q&A here in about 4 minutes about the new pay scale system. He's gonna have guest teachers on, as far as I understand. So don't forget to go check out his channel after this. That's online teacher dude. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But Micaelah, it was so much fun to see you and chat with you. And thank you, everyone. 11 people are in the chat. Please give us a thumbs up. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It's been so much fun. Might have to have you back on here so we can talk about what happened after the hiring process.
For sure. Yeah, because it's been a whole thing, and I love to help whoever I can because I know it's a little bit different. It keeps changing. So if you have questions, I'm here. Kasie's here. Thank you for having me. It's good to talk to you face to face.
I know, right?
I feel like I know you from our messages, but
right? Yeah, we'll have to chat again, even if it's not, live and on here. We'll just have to chat and
for sure
bring Heather on so I can say hi. So, all right, Micaelah, thanks again.
See you next